As the United States of America hits its 250th anniversary, let's dive into how the NFL became America's game. Simply put, the NFL dominates American consciousness. It acts as a massive, unifying cultural event, pulling in tens of millions of weekly viewers and dictating national conversations, media, and commerce in a way no other single entertainment form does in the United States. In 2025, the NFL made up 47 of the top 50 most watched television broadcasts in the country. Football hasn't just beaten every other sport, it engineered a complete monopoly on American attention. This is a glimpse at how they did it. First, they mastered television. America's pastime baseball was almost built for radio, whether listening closely or working as slow, spacious, everyday background noise. Football was built for the screen, and its rise coincided with the rise of TV in America. Football has a play clock, a quick and hard-hitting pace, and natural breaks perfectly designed for high-priced commercials. But fitting the medium doesn't give you a monopoly on the country's top television shows. The NFL also won because they weaponized scarcity. Major League Baseball plays 162 games, the NHL plays 82, the NFL currently gives you 17. By limiting the product, which is only natural given the nature of the sport, urgency is manufactured. One single Sunday can make or break a franchise's season. Primetime games like Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football alone are a spectacle we could go on about. In the NFL, every single week is a high-stakes event you simply cannot afford to miss. But one of the most brilliant moves in sports history happened in 1961, and it's a key reason the NFL crushes every other league today: revenue sharing. Commissioner Pete Rozelle's big idea was meant to make the league more competitive across the board. All the national television money, plus other league-wide revenue, is split evenly between every franchise. Think about the difference today. Baseball has a lesser form of revenue sharing, which is part of why the Dodgers can buy a billion-dollar super team, while some teams play in an empty stadium with non-competitive clubs. Later in the 1960s, NFL Films was created. The league suddenly wasn't just broadcasting games, they were turning these events into cinematic entertainment. Their debut 1965 film, they call it Pro Football, mic'd players and coaches for the first time, something we're all used to today. If you're a fan of the NFL, you're familiar with NFL Films. Especially back then, NFL Films heightened and added mystique to the game and its figures. Among these figures, we should mention how, since the turn of the century, the NFL was elevated by someone named Tom Brady. Brady and the Bill Belichick-led Patriots won 6 Super Bowls, stretching a dynasty that went for 2 decades. It's a team sport, but Brady matched Michael Jordan, considered by many to be the greatest athlete in history. In terms of championships during his time with the Pats, he was simply ice cold in clutch moments and was must-see television. You already knew what was going to happen if Brady had the ball with a chance to win it at the end of Super Bowls. The fourth quarter comeback versus the Seahawks and the 28-3 game to beat the Falcons cemented a true legend. Then after Brady left New England, what did he do? He promptly won a 7th Super Bowl in his first season with the Buccaneers. At 43 years old, Hollywood would have said that story is too unrealistic for a movie. Hope is a product in the NFL. The parity is unmatched. That was further boosted by the implementation of the salary cap in 1994. It's a totally even playing field between every franchise. By sharing the wealth and creating a hard salary cap, they guarantee that whether you live in New York or Green Bay, you can go into September believing you can win a Super Bowl, if the team is managed well, anyway. The final stage of the takeover of America's consciousness each fall was fantasy football. Because of fantasy football and also sports betting now, but let's focus on fantasy, millions of people who would be casual fans at best are laser focused on just about every game because they're invested in their fantasy roster. You can argue if it's good or bad that a chunk of people stopped caring about their local teams as much, but fantasy football has certainly boosted the NFL's popularity, including among women. The United States of America fought for independence 250 years ago, but there is one king sitting on the throne of entertainment. It's the NFL.